afternoon, guys. Welcome to our first podcast of the year, and there will be more coming soon. Today, we will be talking about international sports because I will be joined by Richivong and Mido. Vong, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Richivong, and I'm born September 11th, 2003. My favorite sport is volleyball, and I don't know lots about football, and I don't really like to play that sports or watch it. And I'm here today so that these two can educate me a little bit about football.
Thank you. Mido, please introduce yourself.
Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Mahmoud. They usually call me Mido. I'm from Egypt. I was born in 2004. So basically, I'm nearly 15 years old. So I love a lot of sports, but like the most important sport for me is football. Okay, I watched the World Cup before, and I'm excited to watch the next World Cup, which is in 2022. Do you have anything to add, Jet?
Okay. So, since we're talking about international sports today, what is international sports?
International sports is basically when countries from around the world come together and have like an event to compete with each other in a certain type of sports, and they compete to get awards and trophies like that.
So basically, it's a match between two countries, two different teams from different countries. You cannot bring two teams from the same country and say it's international. That's impossible. So you need to be careful about like when you heard the word international, you should think of two countries or more, not less.
Right. So, since international sport is a broad topic, I'm gonna make it specific, and we're just gonna be focusing on Qatar winning the World Cup of 2022. So, it get when did it got announced that Qatar will be hosting the World Cup of 2022?
I think it's 2010 December the 2nd, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, since it's Qatar, my question is, should Qatar be investigated for hosting the World Cup? Was there any money involved?
I think they should be investigated. I think there was like a little money involved, a little bribery as well, because if you were to think about the World Cup, you would think about countries like Spain, Brazil, England, France, and stuff like that. You won't think about Qatar at all because they don't they're not that big in football at all.
Right, I agree. But before Mido's talk, I just want to say this. So I saw this on the internet. It says that the senior FIFA official took at least 1 million in bribes to vote for Qatar to host the 2022 World Cup. So you are right, wrong. But this is where this becomes interesting, because Julio, a senior vice president of FIFA and the head of the Argentinian Football Association, who died in 2014, told the witness, Alejandro, saying that he was owed money in exchange for his vote. So that's what helped Qatar won the hosting of 2022 World Cup. What do you guys think about that?
Okay, so if Qatar did this, is I think it's probably about politics, because as I saw also, or as I hear, there is some countries who try to kick Qatar out of the list. They paid a lot of money under the table to a lot of people to do not vote for Qatar to host the World Cup. And Qatar did the same thing. So in my opinion, it's just like it's all about politics and countries. It's not really about sport.
Right. So like, everyone just wants to make money just to help out their country.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Also,
makes sense.
The World Cup can bring a lot of money to your country, so it's basically the most important point.
Yeah. Like, let me think. So they're building this giant. stadium in Qatar, like in Doha, like just a few kilometers below the capital city, right?
Yeah.
And it what? And it costs like $8 billion. Don't you? Don't you? And don't you think 8 billion is like a bit too much? And it's like only 40,000 seating. So like it's not as big as the one in Australia, but like it's kind of big, but at the same time it's not big. So you think 8 billion to build a 40 seating is like a good amount of money put into a stadium for the World Cup?
Yeah, and
Okay.
you can do so
No,
much more with that much money. Like you can help poverty, help the economy grow and stuff.
Exactly right. What do you think about this, Mido?
Okay, so basically, Qatar is not building one or something. Qatar is building more than one soccer field. It's basically around 8 or something. What the biggest one can take around 4,000. Okay, so but there is more than one. So it basically, if you count all the stadium, it can take around like 120,000 person in it.
Yeah, for sure.
And also like the stadium, the field is not the fields is not far from each other, so the visitor can watch more than one game. Okay, so this is like one of the points. Second, also like if you get they spend $8 billion on that stadium, so that doesn't mean they are not getting it back, because think about it. If you want to travel to Qatar to go to the World Cup and see what's going on there, you're gonna first buy a ticket for a plane, right? And then buy a ticket for a stadium or a ticket for the stadium,
right?
Then you're gonna rent a hotel,
right?
You're gonna buy food, you're gonna buy drinks. So you basically are spending a lot of money. So what I'm saying, just like if they spend a lot, I'm sure that they're gonna get back.
Interesting. So like, okay, so like this 40,000 seating stadium is being built by 4 to 5,000 people, and they're not getting paid much. Do you think it's worth it? They're getting paid like what, 250, less than 250 a month? Do you guys think it's worth it?
No, you.
And it's and the wait, and the weather is like what, 80 degrees? It's on fire. Qatar is basically on fire. People are suffering.
Yeah, and they will only make about $2,000 per year, and that won't be very good for the family and stuff. And they're like risking their lives to build this huge stadium.
Yeah, for real. Well, 1,200 workers have already died since the World Cup was awarded. Like, geez. And then there's like the ITUC predicts that there will be at least 4,000 workers injured by the time the whole stadium is built and the FIFA World Cup will begin. That's amazing how people would risk their lives for family, which is incredible.
Okay, so my point about that, this is like the biggest mistake that Qatar did. They didn't pay well to the workers, and also the workers work from 6 to 8 hours per day. Okay, and as you know, all the degree there is like from 50 to 70, 75 in the summer. But like in the winter is different. The winter is like from 25 to 45. Like this is the range. Okay, so basically, if they let them work in the winter, they gonna save a lot of workers from dying. So this is the mistake. It's like one of the biggest mistake that Qatar did. But like talking about the biggest mistake that Qatar did, what the biggest mistake that Russia did? The last World Cup in 2018, the Russian soccer players was taking drug before the game. so they can play well.
Interesting. Because there was like accusations like before in Qatar, right? Of like Qatar was like previously accused of corruption, right? And then they did this 2 years FIFA inquiry in Qatar for like they just kept asking questions and then they investigated. And then at the end of the day, Qatar was like free. They didn't do anything. So now there's some allegations and accusations again. Do you think that Qatar is clean, or will they be sanctioned by the big countries for breaking the FIFA rules?
I think other countries will be included in making the rules as well, because they can't just leave Qatar to do it.
My opinion about that is different, because Qatar is not fully clean. It have like there's some things going under the table that like didn't go to the public. Also, as I said, they broke a rule or something that that's like normal in this kind of situations, because Russia, as I said before, the players from Russia, they took a drug before the game to make them do well, or like give the highest performance they can get. And this is also Russia broke the rule of the FIFA, but like all people know about that, but no one really talk.
Right, because oh my God, so much. But like since we're on this accusation topic, I'm gonna just name out some accusations that people think that Qatar did. One said that they paid $9,000 to write a negative report so that the media would hate on the other countries, and so they would vote for Qatar. They asked a group of American education teachers, like PE teachers, to like to convince the U.S. Congress to like use the U.S. World Cup money for like better schools instead of just putting it into the World Cup. Yeah, that's like two of like the accusations people are thinking that Qatar did to win the World Cup in 2010. What do you guys think?
Okay, so I think like Qatar do it best to get the World Cup. Okay. Also, I want to add a small information to you. I know that the teachers or the PE teachers who told the government that, but like the real situation is that going to the Congress also. So the government didn't say anything, but the Congress, the American Congress, the one who take the situation about it. Are they going to fully take it or no? If America want to take the World Cup in 2022, they will, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they just like there was two teams, one supporting that, one like saying no or like rejected that. So this is what the main problem. But like if America really wanted to take the World Cup, it will take it easily. This is my opinion about it.
Exactly. Yeah. The U.S. has a lot of money.
Yeah, and it's more than Qatar, I believe. But like
their GPA is higher than Qatar, so like
yeah.
But it's whatever, you know. So before we wrap things up, I just want to say, do you think Qatar winning the World Cup is beneficial to their country, or was it a bad idea to their country? What are your opinions?
It could help them a bit, because they'll obviously get lots of tourism from the World Cup, and that could help their economy grow really well, and it will sustain them for a while as well.
Mido?
Okay, so I will ask you a small question. Okay, so you started a business. You wanted it to grow up and keep growing with no limit, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's basically what's Qatar doing. Qatar economy is one of the top 5 in the world. Okay, so they don't need money, but they are working as a business. They want to grow up and keep growing around the world to be one of the most strongest and famous countries around the world. Also, Qatar is a strong country. It's not strong in military, but what I'm talking about strong in economy. And there's a lot of money there because of the petrol and the gas. Okay, so I'm thinking that money doesn't affect them at all. Like they don't care about money. What they care about is how people will talk about them.
Interesting. Because I read something and it says that the World Cup might be not that beneficial because they need like workers, like large amount of workers to work on the stadium, right?
Yes.
And in such a rich country like Qatar, it's hard to find people that will do labor, right? So they need like foreign workers to be imported from foreign countries to build the roads, to build the stadium, to build the subway system, to host the World Cup. But after the World Cup ends, right, the laborers, the people that work there, will have to return home to their own families with their wages. And also, going back to the Brazil thing, Brazil built a stadium, used it once, played 4 games in it, and never used it again. So
Yeah, I heard about that.
This could potentially happen to Qatar's upcoming World Cup stadium right now.
Oh, I don't think that that's gonna happen to Qatar because Qatar decided to build a stadium that can move around the world.
Okay, explain.
Qatar decided to build a stadium that they can move the stadium itself, to somewhere else in the world. Okay, you understand?
Okay, explain. Continue.
Okay, so the one in Brazil, they spent $1 billion for it, and they just played 4 games, right? So this one game take around $250,000 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Qatar is not paying $8 billion for nothing because like they use the highest technology in the world in that stadium. They are trying to like improve everything in their country, so they built that stadium to keep using it for unlimited time.
Okay.
Also,
okay.
the way that the stadium is moved is by taking each part of it, like taking the chairs, taking the lights, the balls, everything in the stadium are decided to be taken in a ship, like to move to another country. Okay, so that in my opinion, that's good. Like they are keep growing up and getting everything done, and they also like recycling everything. Understand me?
Yeah. So, is that all you guys have to say?
Yeah. Yep.
I guess we'll end it on that note. Mido saying that the thing will move, so it won't happen like Brazil. That will be enough for today, I guess. Thanks for tuning in. We will be back soon. Peace.
Go.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to our first podcast of the year, and there will be more coming soon. Today we will be talking about international sports because I will be joined by Richivong and Mido. Vong, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Richivong, and I'm born September 11th, 2003. My favorite sport is volleyball, and I don't know lots about football, and I don't really like to play that sports or watch it. And I'm here today so that these two can educate me a little bit about football.
Thank you. Mido, please introduce yourself.
Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Mahmoud. They usually call me Mido. I'm from Egypt. I was born in 2004. So basically, I'm nearly 15 years old. So I love a lot of sports. But